Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to Real Estate Advice. In today's video, you'll learn 5 ways of how not to work with a real estate agent. My name is Andrew Finney. Please consider me your real estate geek. I am always here to help. My contact information is in the show more description below and always at the backside of each video. If you haven't already done so, I'd like to go ahead and ask you to subscribe to this channel and please go ahead and like this video. So let's lead in with how not to work with a real estate agent. Tip number 1. Tip number 1 is actually planning a secret pricing negotiation with the seller or buyer. So if you're a seller or buyer and you're out there and you thinking, hey, you know what, maybe we can negotiate something on our own terms outside of the real estate agent. Maybe we can negotiate, I, the seller, will agree to sell you the property for $10,000 on our list if you agree after closing to give me back money, $5,000 or something like that. All that kind of stuff, not good, not great, and it's going to get yourselves hurt and possibly open yourself up to legal liability and ramifications if you're not working with your real estate agents. Putting everything in writing and making sure that everybody's in full agreement and understanding of the contract and the terms that are being presented and accepted. So long story short on this one is make sure that anything and everything that you negotiate in a real estate purchase agreement is 100% crystal clear on both sides of the party, and your real estate agents are in full knowledge of what's going on so that you don't have any type of deal breakers that are going to come up later or any type of situations that can come back and backfire, and now you and the buyer that you thought were best friends all of a sudden are suing each other. We don't want to see that happen. We want to see you successful and happy. So how not to work with a real estate agent number 2 is making unjustified lowball offers if you're a buyer. So when you're buying a home and you're thinking about making an offer, if the house is listed at, let's say, $350,000 and it's worth $350,000, and you say, oh, when was the last time this home sold? And let's say it's at the low of the market, 2011, 2012 time frame, and they might have bought that property for like $225,000, and you go in there saying, hey, I'm going to offer them $250,000. Yeah, you're not going to get your offer accepted, number 1. Number 2, you're going to piss the seller the hell off, and they're not going to work with you even if you decide to become reasonable. And number 3, would you accept your own offer? I mean, that's a pretty good litmus test if you're out there looking to make an offer on a home. If you wouldn't accept the own offer that you intend to submit to a seller, think again. I mean, if you wouldn't accept it, why would they accept it? I mean, people aren't stupid, and people are going to always try to get the best deal possible. And that being said, if you're a seller out there that your house is worth $350,000 and you want $400,000 because it's what fits your parameters, and you want to be able to put X number of dollars into your retirement or X number of dollars towards your next home, and you think you're going to hit $400,000 and everything around you is $350,000, you know your house is worth $350,000, just get prepared to stay in your house a bit longer because it ain't going to sell and no one's going to give you that money. Hanging out and saying that I'm going to be waiting for a cash buyer, the right buyer's going to come in, they're going to come in from an international buyer, whatever. Yeah, okay, you got more odds of hitting the Powerball and more odds of getting struck by lightning, and that's just being honest and real with you. Don't want to see you get hurt, don't want to see anything happen negatively. If you're not ready to put your home on the market, then just don't put your home on the market. There's really, oh, I'm just testing the market. For what purpose? For what purpose? Why would you do that? If you're not serious about selling your home, why would you put your home up? That's all that's going to do is create false issues out there for buyers that are thinking, hey, I really want this home. Do you think they'll come down to the appraised value, or do you think they'll come down to a realistic value? And if you're not going to do it, just don't put your home on the market. So number 3 is making too many demands during a showing. Again, this goes back to buyers now. If you're making a lot of demands during showing, let's say that you're telling your agent, hey, I just gotta have the washer and dryer and the refrigerator. Look, we can ask for it in the negotiation phase and present it with the offer, but if you don't get it, are you really gonna lose a home because you didn't get a washer, dryer, and refrigerator as opposed to having a home and being able to put it in it? You're not gonna be living in the washer and dryer, you're not gonna be living in the refrigerator, but you are going to be living in the home. So if you're making a lot of excessive demands like that, and especially if you're looking for some type of contribution from the seller towards your buyer closing cost or some other kind of terms that are favorable to you and maybe not quite so favorable to the seller, and then you just keep adding on. Oh, by the way, I want the lawnmower equipment. By the way, I want the pool equipment. By the way, I want this, I want that. Now the seller's just going to think you're completely unreasonable, completely unrealistic, and it's just not going to work out well for you. So be reasonable whenever you're considering what kind of offer to submit and what kind of offer to make whenever you're talking to your buyer agent, and ask them, we can ask for it. And the last time I checked, I mean, if we don't ask a question, the answer is always no. So it's nothing wrong with asking it. Just don't expect that everything is going to go exactly as you want because that's what you want. Sometimes we get ourselves lulled into this false sense of security or false sense of what's going to really happen because it's in our own mind. Keep in mind, when you're dealing with a seller, you're dealing with someone else's mind, and they also have their own dreams and their own aspirations and their own goals that they have set for themselves with selling their home and why they're selling their home. Just be reasonable. A little bit of respect right here between a buyer and a seller, and between the listing agent and buying agent, will go a long ways to a successful negotiation, a successful closing process, and getting you into your new home and the seller on to their next home that they wish to go into. Number 4 is demanding a huge amount of attention early on. What's that mean? If you know that you're that buyer out there, or that seller out there for that matter as well, that's 6 to 12 months out, and you want to be calling the agent all the time, showing them, telling them, hey, I saw this home on Zillow, I saw this home on Trulia, I saw this home on Realtor, and you're sending over like 3, 4, 5, 10, 12 homes or more a week, and you're that far out, understand this and be very crystal clear on it. The home inventory is going to change in the next 6 to 12 months. What you see that you really like right now, if it's not the right time for you to buy, if you're not yet able to get your financial loan pre-approval yet, it's going to change. Don't get emotionally wrapped up on that home, because the reality is, as fast as a lot of the markets across the United States are moving right now, it's not going to be available. So don't put those excess demands on to wanting to know information. What's the tax record look like? What's the HOA docs? What's the property history? And what's this? There's nothing wrong with those questions whenever it comes time to actually buying your home. When you go into that phase where you have your loan pre-approval, everything's right in your goal and your time setting, and you say, hey, yeah, I'm ready to buy. There's nothing wrong with asking those questions when you find that home that you want to make an offer on and you're looking for more details. I highly encourage it at that point. But don't be asking for that kind of information early on. Got to remember that as real estate agents, we're not paid a salary, we're not paid a wage, we're not paid anything. What we get paid is commission, and the way that we earn our money is on commission. So whenever we're working with people, we got to stay focused on the families that we're working with at that time, at the same time providing value to the people that might be 6 to 12 months or longer out. So providing value could be showing you what kind of homes are out there, showing what homes match your criteria, helping you get your loan pre-approval letter by linking you up with a great local loan officer, and teaching you more about and sharing more with you about the home buying process, the negotiation strategy, things to expect, preparing you for success. Don't shoot yourself in the foot by making all those demands early on that are going to be immaterial when it comes time for you to be able to buy. Focus on the home buying process, focus on learning what's going to take place, and focus on how to come up with a great negotiation strategy and how you're going to be looking at homes and deciding on what you really want, as opposed to wanting a full-on intelligence report on every single property that you see that you think that you like. So if you're a seller and you're 6 to 12 months out, again, the prices are going to change. If you're saying, what's my home value now? 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 Well, guess what? We need to wait for the homes around you to sell. We got to see what they check out at. We got to see what they close for, and then we have a better idea. But if you're 6 to 12 months out, it will change. More than likely it will change. It can be up, it can be down, it can be the same. So it's best to spot check that maybe every couple months or every 3 months until you're leading up into that. What you should be doing as a seller is decluttering your home, depersonalizing your home, getting your home ready to move, and go ahead and getting everything out of the house that you can in preparation to putting your home on the market so it shows its best, that it attracts as many qualified buyers as possible, and you get your home sold quickly. Number 5 is if you're repeatedly changing your mind. And again, this will go back to both buyers and sellers. Repeatedly changing your mind is nuts. I mean, it is absolutely frustrating as a real estate agent whenever you have somebody saying, hey, I want a home at this price range. And what's interesting about that is if you don't have a loan pre-approval letter, you don't really know what your price range is. Whenever you're out there on Zillow, Realtor, Trulia, and everything else, and you're looking at those financial calculators, you have to keep in mind they're generally only showing you the principal and interest amount, and they're not showing you the taxes and insurance amount added on top of that, which form your entire monthly mortgage. Nor are they telling you what the HOA fees are. All of these things have to be considered whenever you're figuring out how much home you can afford. By going out and shopping for a home today, if you don't have a loan pre-approval, or thinking that you're going to be setting yourself up for this certain price range home because maybe you're renting, or you believe that you can afford it because of the amount of money that you pay in rent, and you come to find out that you're not going to be able to get that. But if you're looking at those homes, it's going to set you up for failure. And I've seen it again and again and again with the look of shock and horror come across home buyers' face, families that are out there shopping for homes, and they're like, oh my God, I really wish we would have followed this process of getting the loan pre-approval after we met the great real estate agent and getting linked up and planning this out better. What happens is you get emotionally charged, you get super excited, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a really good thing, but slow down a little bit because you're making the decisions and your professional real estate consultant is managing the process. We know what it takes to have a successful and proven home buying strategy and home selling strategy. If you want to succeed, listen to the advice. I mean, that would be like me going into your job, whatever it is that you do, saying, no, we ain't doing it like that. In the back of your mind, and in reality, you know, okay, if you don't do this, you're not getting that. It's not going to work. It doesn't work like that. So why would you expect anything different from the real estate world? Some people think that buying a house or selling a house is as easy as buying or selling a car, or easy as going to the AT&T or Verizon store and buying a cell phone or exchanging it. It's not like that. You're dealing with hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars in some cases. That takes a process. And there are proven processes that get the job done, that help you to be successful and actually enjoy your time doing it. And then there's ways that people shoot themselves in the foot, lose thousands of dollars, if not tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars in the process because they didn't listen. Please slow down. Please humble yourself a little bit. Please let your real estate consultant do their job and help educate you and work with the process. If you work with the process, you will be successful. If you're a home seller out there, again, repeatedly changing your mind, oh, I want to be on the market, I want to be off the market, I want to be on the market, I want to be off the market. Look, you're sending a negative message out to the buyers in the market. They're going to be wondering, what the heck is going on with this house? Are these sellers serious? Are these sellers realistic? What's going on with these sellers? If I make an offer and we go in the escrow, are they going to all of a sudden change their mind and I'm going to lose the house? I mean, these are realistic questions. So think about that. If you are wishy-washy about buying a home or wishy-washy about selling a home right now, the best way to remove that fear, which by the way, fear we all know is just an acronym for false evidence appearing real, is to get educated, to get knowledge, to chat with a trusted real estate professional so that you know what the process is going to look like and set yourself up for success. If you have any questions about this, I'm going to put my contact information up. Please feel free to contact me, even if you just want to say hi. I always enjoy hearing from you. And if you have some of your experiences that you'd like to share, please feel free to do so in the comment section below. Now, just as I said on the beginning of this video, if you haven't already done so, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, please subscribe to this channel. Number 2, please like this video. And number 3, please share this video around with someone you know it's going to be able to help. Thank you so much for watching, and in between now and next time, I'm wishing you and your family a lifetime full of love, wealth, abundance, and happiness. Thank you for watching. Enjoy a magnificent day.